Okay. Everyone go ahead and sit down. What a beautiful day.
We got lucky.
Yeah, this is good. I was lucky to be standing next to Nathan earlier when Allie came around the corner and he said under his breath, he said, "She's beautiful." I think we've all been waiting for quite some time for this day to come, and it's here now. But it doesn't seem like that long ago when I think Ken put it best, Dan was geeking out about his first date that had spawned from their digital relationship. I think Allie's friends also knew that there was something special about this relationship, and so I'm sure they're happy that this day is here. We're all here, and we want to thank you for coming. Carrie and Lynn, Art and Nora, thank you especially. We all love Dan and Allie, and that's why we're here. Getting ready for this process, I've had the opportunity to get to know Allie a little bit better, get to know some of her friends, and learn what they know about her, which has been especially fun. We met Allie almost 3 years ago, and the first time I met her, she came over to our house, and I think Zach and Jess were there, and Mackenzie and myself, and we were going to have dinner. And we've got a pretty tight-knit group of friends. We've been together for some time, and we're not that welcoming of outsiders. Allie walked through the door, and I think we all immediately knew that she was going to fit right in. And at some point during the night, things devolved into a round of Xbox, and she cleaned up on all the other girls there and won all of us boys over immediately. But it really, for me, I knew that Allie was the right one for Dan later that night when I learned what she did for a profession and her capabilities working with children. I thought, this really is a match made in heaven. So,
use your words, Dan.
Anyway, but I've had the opportunity to speak to some of Allie's friends and the people that know her closest and learn a little bit more about her, so I'm going to share some of that. Bear with me, I'm going to try not to drop all this stuff here. Okay, so I put out a survey, an online survey a couple weeks ago, and the girls were about 90% better at responding than the boys. But when I asked these lovely ladies if they could sum up Allie in one word, none of them could, actually. So you failed that part of the survey. But, there was a common theme in things that kept coming up. Some of those words were fun, adventurous, spunky, mischievous, also loyal, positive, genuine, lovely, and beautiful. When I asked them their most memorable times with Allie, I got a few different responses. It started like this: dancing, getting her mom's car stuck, more dancing, childhood memories playing in the unfinished basement, more dancing, and a couple of other things that I left out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When asked about what they most loved about Allie, a couple of the responses were as follows: I love Allie for who she is. I love her passion for life and what she believes in. Aside from how much fun she is, what I love most about Allie is how caring she is toward everyone in her life. Even when she initially meets someone, she speaks to them in a way that really shows that she cares about them. I love that no matter how busy she gets, she still thinks of me and calls. She is the type of friend that everyone dreams of. Allie has a wonderful sense of humor and an even better imagination. I love that she will bust out a dance move or laugh out loud. I know when we are together we're going to have tons of fun, but she balances this with being also a great listener and a true friend. Allie, it really has been a pleasure to get to know you more, and I can see now why Dan's making the best decision of his life. Now, Dan, I didn't need much help from all of these gentlemen to come up with some dirt. I've known Daniel Price Anderson since we were in 6th grade.
Full name.
We had a good friendship that carried us through high school and into college. Asking Dan's friend some of these same questions, he was summed up in one word as follows: devoted, confident, perceptive, dependable, solid, and honest. For me, I've had the opportunity to spend quite a bit of time with Dan, and when thinking back on all of those times together and picking through the appropriate times that were given to me by all of our good friends over here, I come back to a particular moment about 5 years ago when we were camping up at Priest Lake. And so for every year, Dan used to come with our family up to Priest Lake, and we'd spend a week hanging out on the beach, water skiing, and chopping wood, which was one of Dan's affinities. But one particular year was a really tough year with the bears. They were all over camp, and they were basically in your stuff if you turned away. So you had to be ever vigilant, or you'd find a bear digging through your cooler. Dan and I were hanging out and watching a crowd of people form up down at the other campsite a ways away, and so we meandered down there to find a very large bear sitting in the woods, kind of eyeing out his next hit. And I couldn't help but thinking at the time that this was one of the perfect settings for one of those when animals attack shows, where you have all the people from the city crowding around a wild animal and trying to take pictures. And so we were standing about 30 feet away from the bear, and my lovely wife noticed that there was something going on and hopped on a bicycle to ride down. She didn't see the bear when she rode up and stopped maybe 10 feet in front of it, looking back toward us, wondering what we were all looking at. About that time, the bear kind of stood up and made a nasty snarl at her, and you couldn't see more people run so quickly. And somehow I ended up almost on top of a camper 30 feet away. And I looked back, and my wife was still standing there, and everyone was gone, except for Dan. Dan had grabbed a bicycle and wheeled it around and was basically standing there getting ready to intervene if the bear moved forward. Luckily it didn't, and we're all still here. But I think that really epitomizes who Dan is to me. Someone you can always trust on, even if you don't have to ask him. So, now on to the more juicy stuff. Jessica, you're up. So now we're going to hear from Jessica Smith. She's the wife of the best man. And Jess and Zach are friends of Dan and Allie's. I think someone that they've really looked up to.
Dan and Allie, our wish for you today is that your marriage will bring much happiness and joy to each of you. Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage... Sorry, I wasn't going to cry.
Liar.
A good marriage must be created, and you can create it the following way. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It is at no time taking the other for granted. Who likes this one? It's having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together, facing life. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is finding room for the things of the Spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, but it is being the right partner.
Thank you, Jess. Okay, now Dan and Allie would like to share something with each other.
Alright, babe, you said that when you first met me, you had to chase me down, and I'm so glad that you did. I'd almost given up on Match.com because it was a lot of hard work and it led me on a lot of really bad dates. Then you brought me to Taiku, and we sat and talked for hours. I loved how laid back you were. I loved your sense of humor. I loved your ability to give me a hard time for being 5 minutes late. But as we got to know each other, I fell in love with the person that you are. I love your passion for food. I love that you're a bargain shopper. I love that you're so athletic and adventurous, and we do so many new things together that I would have never done on my own. You bring out the best in me in so many ways, and I really feel like we balance each other out. I feel like a better version of me since I've been with you. We both know that we're stubborn as all hell, but we've learned how to push each other's buttons only occasionally or when absolutely needed. But truly, I believe that we taught each other how to fight fair and how to forgive, how to trust each other completely, and how to be truly happy and healthy in a relationship. I love that you know everything about me and you still want to spend the rest of your life with me. I love that we can spend every day together and always have fun. I love cooking with you in our kitchen. I love watching bad TV every night. And I love coming home to you every day. I love skiing with you and camping. And I love that I can tell you everything. I can't wait for our life together. I know that there will be challenges along the way. Like you always wondering where I put your things when you can't find them on the floor where you left them. But I say, challenge accepted. You are my best friend, you're my roommate, you're my partner in crime, you are the love of my life. I love you so much, more than I ever could have imagined, and I'm so excited to spend my whole life with you. Cry.
You hear that?
That's a good mic.
My wife. All right, honey. I knew from the moment I pulled up your profile that you were the right one for me. Laugh. Your pixelated pictures and list of likes and dislikes after our first couple of dates, and I don't think I've ever told you this, but I was already telling people that you were the kind of girl that you married. I've seen our relationship grow over the best 2.5 years of my life, and even to this day I'm learning new things to love about you. We've made it through the difficult times with honesty and laughter, and we filled in the rest with adventures together, and our amazing circle of friends and family. We allow each other give and take, room to be alone, and closeness to strengthen our bond. I love our relationship and the man that you allow me and encourage me to be. I promise to never take you for granted, and my love for you will never fade. And if that should ever change, I give you permission to slap me around, just a little. You're effortlessly beautiful and my best friend. And so today I'm here to tell you, game on, challenge accepted. I'll be honored to call you my wife. I love you.
Thank you.
It worked.
Okay, you gonna be able to handle this part?
I hope so.
Alright. Allie, will you please repeat after me? I, Allie.
I, Allie.
Take you, Dan, to be my husband.
Take you, Dan, to be my husband.
My partner in life and my one true love.
My partner in life and one true love.
I will cherish our union and love you more each day.
I will cherish our union and love you more each day.
I will trust you and respect you.
I will trust you and respect you.
Laugh with you and cry with you.
Laugh with you and cry with you.
I give you my hand, my heart, and my love.
I give you my hand, my heart, and my love.
Allie, do you take Dan to be your husband from this day forward for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Your turn. I, Dan.
I, Dan.
Take you, Allie, to be my wife.
Take you, Allie, to be my wife.
My partner in life and my one true love.
my partner in life, and my one true love.
I will cherish our union and love you more each day.
I will cherish our union and love you more each day.
I will trust you and respect you.
I will trust you and respect you.
Laugh with you and cry with you.
Laugh with you and cry with you.
I give you my hand, my heart, and my love.
I give you my hand, my heart, and my love.
Dan, do you take Allie to be your wife from this day forward for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
All right. We're gonna need some rings.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, Allie, please repeat after me. Let this ring be a symbol of my promise to you and a reminder of my devotion.
Let this ring be a...
It wasn't me.
One more time.
Let this ring be a symbol of my promise to you
Let this ring be a symbol of my promise to you
and a reminder of my devotion.
and a reminder of my devotion.
I am honored this day and always to call you my husband.
I am honored this day and always to call you my husband.
Dan, I'll slow it down for you. Let this ring be a symbol of my promise to you
Let this ring be a symbol of my love to you. It's all love today.
that works,
We'll go with it.
and a reminder of my devotion.
And a reminder of my devotion.
I am honored this day and always to call you my wife.
I am honored this day and always to call you my wife.
Very